Hey guys, what is up? Hope you guys are all doing well today. So I want to present you guys with a pre-video disclaimer. As you guys can see, what it is that we're going to be doing here is we're going to be doing a Pokemon Sword and Shield leak/rumor discussion video. Now, there's also going to be some speculation as well. Now, do keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that when it comes to videos like these, I want to preface this that none of what is going to be talked about here is going to be confirmed, nor am I going to try to confirm anything myself. Videos like these are strictly for fun and for entertainment and speculation purposes only, so please, ladies and gentlemen, take these sort of videos with a pinch of salt and don't get too invested in what is being talked about here, as it is more likely than not going to actually be the final result in these games. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead, let's get into character, let's cue the intro, and let's have a good time here in this video.
Is the result of a game. Victory at the cost of pain. Like a freight train, you're tied to the tracks.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Pokemon fans of the world! It's your boy MegaCrasher coming at you guys back again once again, fired up as ever before, because ladies and gentlemen, man, let me tell y'all something. We have ourselves a really exciting video ahead of us, because we are going to be discussing some rumors and speculation on Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. And, oh, buddy, I feel like it's been a bit since we have done this sort of thing, whether it be by a live stream or by an upload, you know, and I can honestly say I'm just really excited about all this. So if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button. Don't forget also to comment, share this around, you know, subscribe, all that stuff. We're on our way up to 6,800 people, amazing people at that. Subscribe, baby. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's get this started. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's start scrolling down here. So we have ourselves, the rumor is going to be based around Pokemon Sword and Shield to add Spirit Armor. Now, here's the thing, okay, is that we have ourselves a lot of speculation already about armored evolution here in Pokemon Sword and Shield, but now they're adding Spirit Armor in this, so let's go ahead and let's see what this right here is all about. So, there hasn't been much new revealed about Pokemon Sword and Shield following its initial announcement, but that hasn't stopped rampant speculation about the games on social media. A post on Chinese networks has been circulating, which includes some very interesting things about what the game allegedly includes. Special thanks to Simon and Jinx for helping us translate these to English. So, let's get to it, guys. Holy shit, this is gonna be good. So, new Spirit Armor system introduced to the game, which lets you equip armor or equipment that you have found. Okay, so I mean, here's the thing, is that never in the history of Pokemon have we ever had this sort of thing happen. I mean, the closest thing to equipping things on Pokemon would be items, you know? Things like leftovers, things like Mega Stones. So, I mean, would this be a held item of sorts, or would this be something just completely brand new? Leave your thoughts down below about that, guys. Now, here's the thing, is that we get on to the next point. Spirit Armor adds different effects depending on the item, and only one can be attached to a Pokemon at a time, but this in addition to regular held items. So, it seems like that we're going to be stacking up here a bit, because this actually, like, from my understanding right here, this right here is in addition to regular held items. So, this means, ladies and gentlemen, that you can still equip held items, obviously, but, you know, now we can actually equip armor, like, separate, you know? Like, it's a completely separate entity up in this, you know? So, I mean, alright, this kind of just answered our question initially from the get-go. Like, would this count as a held item, or, you know, would this be a, you know, something completely new? We just found out right there, guys. So, coming up next, alright, what we have here is some held items may be converted to Spirit Armor, or at least gain the ability to serve it as is. And, for example, Never Melt Ice is given as an example, which will add an extra 10% chance of freezing an opponent. Okay, this is rather interesting right here. So I mean, some held items would in fact be converted into spirit armor, or at least gain the ability to serve as is. That's interesting stuff right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, okay. Here's the thing, alright, is that we move on to the next point here. It says, another example in Spirit Armor was given as a fiery necklace that changes an attack's type to fire. So, I mean, now we're just getting into, like, some, like, Final Fantasy or, like, 7th Saga shit, you know? Like, this right here, the games that I grew up with, you know, the RPG games, you know? So, I mean, like, this right here, like, I wonder if there would be certain attacks that would correspond to these sort of items. Like, say, for example, if there's, like, a special attack, we'll just call it knee chokes, okay? We'll just call it knee chokes, right? And this move changes based on the held item that you have, or I should say the armor that you're equipped with. So, I mean, if you have armored or some sort of special, you know, equipment that allows for you to change certain moves types, then, you know, knee choke would be, in this case, a fire type, you know? A fiery necklace would turn knee choke into a fire type move, rather than just being, I guess, like a normal type move, or, you know, flying type move, or fighting type move, or something like that, you know? So, like this right here would be very, very interesting, to say the least, and you know, it would be a little bit more complex, because the thing is that now we're just adding in, like, a whole new depth when it comes to special features and Pokemon and all that stuff. So, let's actually go ahead and scroll down here a little bit. So, similar to Z-moves, some Pokemon will have exclusive Spirit Armor that can only be equipped by them, such as Mewtwo and the starting Pokemon. So the starters, I guess, is what they're referring to. Now, Mewtwo, okay, there's been a lot of speculation, more specifically around Armored Mewtwo, because, you know, we've seen it in the original movie. We done a video where Trails was actually talking, you know, the data miner for Pokemon Go was talking about making a post about how Armored Mewtwo is found in the game's code, and here's the thing, is that we have Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution, you know, on the rise as well, which, you know, we can also assume that Armored Mewtwo is going to take place there as well, and now we're talking about Mewtwo having access to Spirit Armor as well. I mean, you know, the stars are kind of aligning a little bit here, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, nothing's confirmed, but I'm just saying, like, this right here is starting to look a little bit convincing, if you ask me. So, we then move on. All three starter lines remain pure grass, fire, and water type, but if equipped with their unique spirit armor, we got the grass starter now having an additional fairy typing, we got ourselves fire now having fighting, and water having ghost, respectively. So, here's the thing, is that, like, we have ourselves all three Pokemon allegedly going to retain pure typings, meaning, you know, pure grass, pure fire, pure water, but when equipped with their spirit armor, you know, that all changes. Now they have additional typings, being grass, fighting, and ghost, respectively, for each of their types. But the question is, though, okay, the question is, does armor, like, does spirit armor include stat changes, ability changes, things like that? Like, it seems like that it hints towards perhaps type changes and all that stuff for certain Pokemon, but would it affect their stats? Would it change their stats in some way, shape, and form? Would it change their abilities in some way, shape, and form? Do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. Now, we then move on. The games have a single wolf-like legendary Pokemon as their mascot, but the spirit armor it wields will determine its type and attacks. In Sword, it will be Dragon Steel, and in Shield, it will be Ice and Steel. Okay, that's a really, really interesting sort of type combination. I mean, a wolf Pokemon with, you know, potentially a dragon typing? Like, what? Alright, okay. That's interesting. And this also kind of goes back to the whole, to the logos, right? When you look at the logos of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, we see wolf heads on them. So, I mean, I wonder if, you know, those logos have something to do with this right here, single wolf-like legendary Pokemon. Now, the thing is that rather than there being 2 wolf legendaries, you know, a title legendary for each of the games, it seems like that there's going to be 1 legendary that has different changes, different things about them, depending on which version you I guess, acquire this Pokemon in, you know? So, I mean, this right here is just, wow. And here's the thing, is that we have not had a Dragon Steel Pokemon since Dialga of Gen 4. And I would love for there to be a Dragon Steel Pokemon as well. And I mean, if this is actually the case right here, man, where we have ourselves another Steel Dragon legendary Pokemon, that's going to be absolutely great, you know what I'm saying? So, do let me know your thoughts down below about that as well. And we then move on, let's actually scroll down here just a little bit. Players can connect with others who have opposite versions to unlock the other version. Okay, that's pretty cool right there, you know? So, I mean, we can unlock other versions when we connect with other players that have the opposite games. Nice, nice. That's cool. So the Wolf Legendary cannot go into battle if it does not have Spirit Armor equipped. So this is something that needs to have Spirit Armor in order for it to even compete in battles, you know what I'm saying? So that right there is a little bit of interesting tidbits of information right there. So there is... Okay, holy moly. There is definitely a connection to Kalos with many characters reappearing, but you cannot travel there. Oh, come on, man. How you gonna do us dirty like that? Seriously? I mean, okay. Like, if we take a look at the map, if you guys remember what the map looks like, right? At the very, very, very top of the map, we would see a, you know, what looks like a star-shaped landmass, and Kalos is kind of in a similar shape as well, a similar shape to a star. And here's the thing, is that, you know, we have ourselves, you know, a lot of, like, just a lot of history behind that region. And here's the thing also, is that there's similarities between Kalos and Galar, you know, especially when it comes to things like train tracks and, like, you know, mines and stuff like that. You know, there's also a lot of speculation about the War of 3000, AZ, all that stuff, you know. And now we have ourselves further speculation about there being a connection to Kalos. But you can't travel there? Are you kidding? Like, oh, man. This would have been so cool if we could actually travel to the Kalos region, making this the second ever game that actually allows for you to travel to another region that isn't exclusively, you know, that I should say that isn't, you know, just exclusively this region that is dedicated to, you know, its generation. So, you know, as an example, you know, we couldn't travel to Kanto when we were in the Alola region for Gen 7, which I think would have been pretty cool if we could. You know, like, it would just be really, really awesome to be able to explore other generations, or I should say other regions in that game. You know, again, it seems like the only game that we've ever been able to go to another region for would be, of course, Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, as well as Heart Gold and Soul Silver with the remakes. They really, really need to make this game right here be able, for us anyways, to travel outside of the Galar region into another region, more specifically the Kalos region, because, you know, I just got that big ass pit in my stomach. You know, the instincts are just going through the roof. You know, my instincts are telling me that Galar and Kalos have connections. You know, they're somehow connected, right? But as of right now, all this is just speculation. So, you know, with that being said, let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below. So let's go ahead and let's finish off this article here. So that's a lot to take in all at once. With Armor Mewtwo being featured in upcoming merchandise, this has been a persistent rumor surrounding Sword and Shield, but it would be an interesting way for it to appear in games. Let us know what you think and give us a percent chance you think that this could be real. 10% likelihood, 25%, you know, blah blah, whatever. Yeah, I mean, right now all this is just speculation and rumors, but, you know, I still am just baffled, you know, with there being even more talk about armored evolution and armored forms and spirit armor and this, that, everything else. Wolf legendaries, you know, because we got the logos as well that have wolf heads in them. So, I mean, you know, a lot of this seems to be, you know, it doesn't seem to be too far-fetched, like, it does have some sort of logic behind it, you know, but again, not gonna confirm anything, you know, like, all this is just speculation, and until, you know, Game Freak themselves confirm anything, that's all that we can chalk this up to being as, is just speculation. So, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe, and let's see, ladies and gentlemen, we can go ahead and aim for 30 likes here for this video. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next upload!